You say you want money, respect, strength, then earn it. Excuses don't pay bills. Excuses don't build muscle. Excuses don't give you freedom. These years are your prime. Waste them, and regret will eat you alive. Outwork your laziness. Outwork your excuses. Today, no mercy. Part 1. The energy of hard work. Outwork your excuses. You ever notice how fast time runs? 1 year feels like a month. A decade feels like a season. And then suddenly, the mirror is colder, the face a little older, the body not as strong, the chances not as many. That's what regret looks like, the ghost of wasted energy. Brother, listen. Right now, you're in your prime. Between 24 and 44, this is the window. The window to build strength, to stack money, to earn respect, to carve your name into something that lasts. And if you waste it, if you keep hitting snooze, keep making excuses, keep saying, tomorrow? Then tomorrow becomes 5 years, then 10. Then suddenly you're 45, looking back with a gut full of regret saying, I had the time, but I didn't use it. You want that feeling. You want to carry that weight. That pain doesn't go away. It eats you alive. But if you put in the work, if you grind while others sleep, if you sweat while others complain, if you sacrifice your comfort for growth, then those same years make you a weapon. They give you freedom. They give you a body people respect, a wallet that opens doors, and a mind that can't be broken. That's the price of hard work. Sweat now, respect later. Excuses now, regret forever. And I know you feel it. Deep down you already know when you're cheating yourself. When you skip the workout. When you waste hours scrolling. When you tell yourself you'll start next week. Your gut knows. Your mind whispers. You're falling behind. But here's the trick. Your brain is a liar when it comes to comfort. It whispers excuses because it wants easy. It wants soft. And that's why most men lose. They let the excuse win. They let the comfort trap them. And when they're trapped, life punishes them with mediocrity. Mediocrity means no respect. Mediocrity means no strength. Mediocrity means you're invisible, ignored, forgettable. Look me in the eye right now and ask yourself, do you want to be forgettable? Or do you want to be respected? Because the only bridge between the two is hard work. Work your body until you sweat through your shirt. Work your craft until your brain aches. Work your business until your eyes burn. Because that's the currency life understands. Effort. Life pays those who pay with sweat. And if you don't, life still charges you. The price you pay then is regret, weakness, and missed chances. That's the cruel trick. You either sweat today or suffer tomorrow. Think about it. You've never met anyone who said, I regret working hard. But you've met men who say, I should have tried harder. I should have started earlier. I wasted my years. That's the truth you can't escape. So ask yourself right now, which man do you want to be? Because here's what's real. People respect the man who shows up. The man who works while others sleep. The man who doesn't fold when things get heavy. Respect doesn't come from words. Respect doesn't come from likes. Respect comes from grind. From scars. From sweat. You want to walk into a room and have people notice? Earn it. Build it. Nobody respects the guy who talks big but delivers nothing. They respect the one who delivers results, every time. And here's the psychology part. People mirror energy. If you're lazy, people treat you lazy. If you're sharp, disciplined, relentless, people treat you with respect. That's how humans are wired. You don't demand respect. You radiate it through your actions. So when you think about skipping the workout, remember, you're not just losing muscle. You're losing respect. When you think about wasting hours on nonsense, remember, you're not just wasting time. You're losing years. Years you don't get back. Brother, life is a one-way street. No U-turns. Every day you either get stronger or weaker, richer or poorer, respected or ignored. There is no standing still. Standing still is just another word for falling behind. So tell me, are you moving forward? Or are you falling behind? This is where dark psychology kicks in. Regret is heavier than iron. Failure is colder than steel. You don't feel it now because you're still young, but trust me, it's waiting for you. If you waste these years, the regret will crush you later. And no amount of wishing, no amount of excuses will get that time back. That's why I'm telling you, outwork your excuses now. Beat them down before they own you. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know it all. You just need to start, and then keep moving. That's the secret. Keep moving forward when others stop. Keep pushing when others quit. And when your mind whispers, "I'm tired," answer back, "So what? I'm still working." When your body says, "I can't," answer, "One more rep, one more step, one more grind." Because that's how winners are made. Not in talent, not in luck, in sweat, in hard work, in refusing to quit when excuses scream the loudest. Reflection for you right now. If today was your last day at this age, could you say you gave it your all? Or would you admit you wasted it scrolling, sleeping, making excuses? That answer should scare you. It should wake you up. And when it does, here's your challenge. Tomorrow, wake up earlier. Even if it's just 30 minutes. Use that time to work on your body, on your skill, on your future. Push one layer past your comfort zone. Then the next day, do it again. Stack it. Build momentum. Watch how your energy grows when excuses shrink. You'll feel different. You'll stand different. You'll talk different. Because deep down you'll know, I'm putting in the work. I'm becoming the man I want to be. That's the fire of hard work. That's the energy no excuse can kill. I move forward, not backward. I sweat today, I shine tomorrow. I choose grind over regret. Respect is earned in sweat. And brother, this is only the beginning. Because part 2. That's where we go even deeper. Where we take this fire and turn it into discipline so unshakable, people can't help but notice. But first, you gotta prove to yourself that you can outwork your excuses. The energy of hard work. Build discipline that outlives excuses. Part 2. The energy of hard work. Build discipline that outlives excuses. Brother, yesterday we talked about excuses. How they steal years, how they chain you down, how they rot your future before you even notice. And I told you to outwork them. To sweat harder, push further, and beat the voice in your head that whispers, tomorrow. But here's the truth. Beating excuses once isn't enough. Anybody can get fired up for a day. Anybody can hit the gym once, wake up early once, grind hard once. But the real test? It's what you do tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that. Discipline. That's the word. That's the weapon. Hard work isn't just energy, it's consistency. You don't just need fire for a day. You need fire that keeps burning even when you're tired, even when nobody's watching, even when you feel like quitting. Think of it this way. A storm can tear down trees with its wild power, but it passes. A river carves mountains. Why? Because it never stops. Day after day, year after year, it flows. That's discipline. That's how you cut through excuses. Not with a one-time burst, but with relentless flow. And I want you to imagine something right now. Imagine yourself 10 years older. You're sitting in your room, scrolling through your memories. Two versions of you appear. Version 1. Tired, overweight, broke, ignored. He looks in the mirror and avoids his own eyes. He thinks of the gym sessions he skipped, the chances he ignored, the mornings he slept in. His body aches, his energy is gone, his life feels wasted. Regret oozes out of him like poison. Version 2. Sharper, stronger, wealthier, respected. He doesn't need to brag. His presence does it for him. He looks in the mirror and sees a man built from years of grind, sweat, and discipline. He owns his time, his body, his money. He owns himself. Which version do you want to become? Because you're building one of them right now. Today. Every decision, every excuse, every rep, every hour. It's shaping the man you'll meet in 10 years. This is where most men fail. They want the results, but not the repetition. They want the respect, but not the sweat. They want to shine, but they don't want the grind. And then life humbles them. Don't let life humble you. Humble yourself in the gym, in the hustle, in the grind. So when the years come, you're already standing tall. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who dreamed of success. Every year, he wrote down his goals. Every year he said, "This is the year I'll make it." But he never followed through. Why? Because comfort was his drug. He loved sleep, he loved easy, he loved later. One day, 20 years had passed. He was still dreaming, still waiting, still saying, "One day." But his body was older now. His energy weaker. His chances fewer. And when he finally realized he had wasted it, regret crushed him. Not failure. Regret. Failure you can recover from. Regret you can't. Now imagine another man. Same age, same start. But he didn't talk much. He just worked. When excuses screamed, he worked. When tiredness hit, he worked. When nobody clapped for him, he worked. Years later, his body was strong, his money stacked, his respect solid. People called him lucky. But it wasn't luck. It was discipline. That's the difference, brother. Not talent. Not luck. Discipline. And don't get it twisted. Discipline isn't about being perfect. You'll slip. You'll stumble. You'll have days when you don't feel it. But discipline means you get back up, again and again. Excuses knock you down, but discipline makes sure you rise. Every time. Reflection for you right now. Be honest. How many times have you promised yourself, "Tomorrow I'll start," and never followed through? How many weeks, months, even years have you lost to that lie? And what's the cost? How much money could you have saved? How much stronger could you be? How much respect could you have earned by now? That truth should sting. Let it sting. Pain is a teacher. Here's the dark psychology. Your brain craves comfort. It will feed you any lie to keep you soft. You deserve rest. One day off won't hurt. You'll start next week. It tricks you into trading your future for a little bit of comfort today. But discipline. Discipline says, "Shut up. We're working." Discipline saves you from your own brain. Think of it like this. Every rep in the gym is not just building muscle. It's building respect. Every hour you grind at your craft isn't just about money. It's about becoming the man people notice. Every early morning you win is another day regret loses. And don't say, "It's too late." Too late is when you're dead. If you're breathing, you can start. If you're standing, you can push. If you're awake, you can grind. Here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, no excuses. Set your alarm 30 minutes earlier. Do something productive every morning before the world wakes up. Push your body. Work on your skills. Build your future. No distractions, no delays, no comfort. Do it for 1 week, and watch the difference. Watch your confidence grow. Watch your energy shift. Watch how people start to look at you differently. Because the truth is simple. Hard work is energy. Discipline is power. Combine them, and you become unstoppable. I win mornings, I win life. Discipline builds me into a weapon. Excuses die when I move. I sweat now, so I shine later. And, remember this, the man who works today owns tomorrow. The man who waits for tomorrow loses today. This is your moment. Take it. Build the discipline that excuses can't break. And when we move to part 3, we'll take this discipline and channel it into dominance, turning your hard work into respect, wealth, and unstoppable momentum. But for now, make a choice. Regret later, or sweat now. Because regret never leaves. Sweat dries. Part 3. The energy of hard work. Turn discipline into dominance. Brother, We already killed excuses in part 1. We already built discipline in part 2. Now comes the real reason we grind. Dominance, respect, freedom. The results that change your life forever. Because let's be real. You're not working hard just to say, I worked hard. You're not waking up early, sweating in the gym, grinding in silence just to stay average. No. You're doing it to dominate. To stand above the noise. To build a life so strong, people can't ignore you. And here's the truth most men run from. The world doesn't care about your potential. It only respects results. You can have dreams, goals, ideas, but if you never turn them into something real, nobody's clapping. Nobody's handing you respect. People only follow results. Think about the man who talks big at every gathering. He says, I'm gonna start a business. I'm gonna get in shape. I'm gonna change my life. But months pass. Years pass. Nothing changes. Soon, people stop listening. His words mean nothing because he never delivers. He fades into the background. Now think about the man who stays quiet. He doesn't brag. He doesn't announce. He just works. And then one day, he walks into the room stronger, sharper, more successful than before. People feel it. They notice. They respect him without him even asking. That's dominance. Not by words. By results. Brother, you need to understand the psychology. Humans are wired to respect strength. Physical strength, mental strength, financial strength. If you're weak in all three, the world ignores you. If you're strong in even one, people start noticing. And if you're strong in all three, you become a man others look up to. This is why excuses are poison. They steal not just your time, but your respect. Nobody respects a man who makes excuses. They respect the one who fights through pain, who shows up when others quit, who delivers even when it's hard. So let me ask you right now, do people respect you? Or do they just tolerate you? That answer should hit you deep. Because respect isn't free. Respect is rented, and rent is due every single day in sweat, work, and discipline. Let's talk dark psychology for a second. The fear of being invisible is real. Imagine walking into a room and nobody noticing. Imagine speaking and nobody listening. Imagine living and nobody remembering. That's the cost of laziness. That's the punishment for excuses. You become forgettable. And being forgettable is worse than failure. But the man who works, the man who grinds, the man who refuses excuses, he gets the opposite. He walks in, and people notice. He speaks, and people listen. He lives, and people remember. That's not by accident. That's by sweat. That's by discipline. That's by dominance. And here's the reflection for you. If you died tomorrow, what would people say about you? Would they say, he was strong, he was disciplined, he was respected? Or would they say, he had potential, but he wasted it? That thought should scare you. It should push you. Because your life is writing a story every single day. And excuses write tragedy. Discipline writes legacy. So here's the challenge. Stop playing small. Stop acting like you have forever. You don't. Your prime years are ticking away. 24 to 44. This is your window. Build your body now. Build your money now. Build your respect now. Later, it's too late. Later is just regret dressed as hope. You want success? Put in the hours when others waste them. You want respect? Push your limits until people can't deny you. You want freedom? Build discipline until excuses choke and die. Let me tell you a truth. Success doesn't come from one big move. It comes from 1,000 small moves stacked together. Every workout, every early morning, every hour of grind, it compounds. And one day, it explodes into results that nobody can ignore. That's dominance. Look around. Most men are stuck. They're scrolling, watching, waiting, hoping. They'll never break free. Why? Because excuses run their life. But not you. Not if you take this fire and use it. Not if you build daily discipline. Not if you decide today to rise above average. I earn respect through results. I work in silence, and my success speaks loud. I will not be invisible. Strength, money, respect, I build them daily. Brother, this is bigger than you think. This isn't just about working out or grinding for money. This is about who you become. When you outwork excuses, you transform. Your body changes. Your mindset sharpens. Your energy grows. And people feel it. They treat you different. Doors open. Opportunities come. Respect follows. But none of it happens if you wait. None of it happens if you keep lying to yourself. None of it happens if you keep choosing comfort. So here's your final question for part 3. Are you ready to dominate? Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Are you ready to put in the sweat that builds respect, the grind that stacks money, the discipline that creates freedom? Because if you are, then today is the day. The day you stop being average. The day you stop being invisible. The day you stop living on excuses. From this day forward, you build. You push. You dominate. And when you do, people won't just notice you. They'll respect you. They'll remember you. They'll follow you. But only if you choose sweat over regret. Only if you choose discipline over excuses. Only if you choose dominance over invisibility. Because in the end, brother, there are only 2 kinds of men. The ones who are forgotten. And the ones who are respected. Which one will you be? Part 4. The energy of hard work. Own your life before it owns you. Brother, let's not play games. We've burned excuses in part 1. We built discipline in part 2. We turned it into dominance in part 3. But dominance isn't the end goal. It's the path. The real finish line. Owning your life. Becoming the kind of man who controls his time, his choices, his energy, his legacy. Because here's the raw truth. If you don't own your life, someone else will. Your boss owns it. Your debt owns it. Your laziness owns it. Your regrets own it. Somebody will always own the man who doesn't own himself. And tell me honestly, aren't you tired of being owned? Tired of waking up with no plan? Just reacting? Tired of feeling like life is pushing you around instead of you pushing it? You see, excuses steal your time. Lack of discipline steals your strength. But what steals your soul is when you live a life that isn't yours. A life where every day feels the same, where every year blurs together, where you know deep down you could be more, but you settle for less. That's the worst kind of prison. And the walls aren't made of steel, they're made of excuses. Here's the psychology. Humans crave control. That's why games, sports, business, even workouts feel good. They give you the sense you're directing something. But the biggest game, your life. And most men never learn to play it. They let comfort, distraction, and weakness play it for them. And that's why most men lose. But not you. Not if you decide now. Imagine this. You wake up early. Not because you have to, but because you choose to. You move your body, sweat, lift, run. Not just for looks, but because you own your strength. You sit down and work on your craft, your hustle, your future. Not because someone forced you, but because you own your money. You choose how you spend your hours. You choose how you grow. You choose the man you're becoming. That's ownership. Now flip it. Imagine the opposite. You wake up late, phone buzzing, rushing, already behind. You eat trash, skip the gym, tell yourself you'll do better tomorrow. You spend your hours scrolling, consuming, waiting for a break that never comes. Night falls, and you feel empty. Not tired from effort, but hollow from waste. And the worst part? Tomorrow looks exactly the same. That's slavery. To excuses. To weakness. To regret. Which man do you want to be? That's not a rhetorical question. That's a mirror staring back at you. And here's where dark psychology slices through. One day, your body will betray you. The energy will fade. The time will shrink. The chances will close. You think you have years, but you don't. You have today. Waste today, and you've already wasted tomorrow. Let that sink in. You ever see an old man sitting quietly, staring at nothing? He's not resting. He's replaying. Replaying all the chances he didn't take. All the work he didn't do. All the strength he let rot. That's the sound of regret eating him alive. Don't become that man. Instead, build the opposite. Be the old man who sits back with scars, strength, and stories. Who doesn't regret a damn thing, because he knows he gave his youth everything. He owned his life. He built his respect. He left his mark. And that, brother, is the gift of hard work. Ownership. You stop being a passenger. You grab the wheel. You decide where the years go. Reflection time. Who owns your life right now? Be brutally honest. Is it you? Or is it excuses, laziness, fear, distraction? Because if it isn't you, you're not living, you're just existing. And existence without ownership is wasted life. Here's your challenge for this part. Stop saying, I'll try. Stop saying, someday. Start saying, I own this. Own your body. Commit to moving every day, even if it's small. Own your time. Cut out the dead hours of scrolling and put them into building. Own your money. Stop wasting it. Start investing it, even if it's small. Own your respect. Don't demand it, earn it daily. Because ownership isn't a gift. It's earned. And the price is sweat, focus, and sacrifice. Listen, nobody remembers the man who lived soft. Nobody respects the man who wasted his years. Nobody follows the man who never led himself. But everybody remembers the man who took charge. The one who turned discipline into dominance, and dominance into legacy. I own my body. I own my time. I own my life. Excuses don't control me. I kill them daily. Respect is built, not given. I build it. Every choice I make writes my legacy. Brother, this is where it all connects. Part 1 taught you to outwork excuses. Part 2 gave you discipline. Part 3 pushed you into dominance. And Part 4, it's about ownership, building a life so strong that regret can't touch you. And here's the beauty. When you own your life, you inspire others. People see it. They feel it. They respect it. You become a lighthouse in a sea of average. And maybe you don't notice it at first, but one day, someone will walk up to you and say, because of you, I didn't quit. That's legacy. That's impact. That's respect you can't buy. But it all starts now. Not later. Not tomorrow. So the question is simple, brother. Are you going to keep letting excuses own you? Or are you finally going to own your life? Because every day you delay, regret sharpens its teeth. And every day you work, respect grows in silence. The future is watching. Make it respect you. Part 5. The energy of hard work. Results or excuses, you decide. Brother, listen closely. By now you've been carrying this fire through every part before this. You've heard me talk about excuses, about regret, about the brutal truth that time doesn't wait. You've been pushed, challenged, maybe even uncomfortable. That's good. Growth is never comfortable. Growth demands sacrifice. But today, I want to strip away every last excuse you've been holding on to. I want to corner you with reality until there's nowhere left to run, no soft pillow of comfort to fall back on. Because that's the only way you'll truly break free. You see, most people live with their hands tied. Not because the world ties them down, but because they tie themselves down. They put chains on their own mind with words like tomorrow, later, someday. Do you realize how deadly those words are? Someday has killed more dreams than failure ever did. Later has destroyed more futures than rejection ever could. And tomorrow has buried more potential than death itself. You're not running out of opportunities. You're running out of time. Think about that. Every day you push your goals back, your energy drains, your fire fades, your youth slips away. Do you really think you'll be hungrier at 50 than you are now? Do you think you'll have more time, more energy, more drive when you're buried under bills, responsibilities, and regrets?
No.
If you can't move now, when your back still bends, when your eyes still burn with fire, when your body can still take the grind, then when will you? The answer is never. That's why part 5 is not about motivation. Motivation is weak if it doesn't lead to transformation. This is about burning every escape route, every safety net, every excuse until the only option left is victory. Let me tell you something raw. Excuses are seductive. They sound so sweet in your head. You worked hard yesterday, take a break. You'll start fresh on Monday. At least you're better than some people. Do you see the poison in those words? That's your brain trying to protect you from effort. That's laziness disguised as logic. But here's the truth. That voice doesn't care about your future. That voice wants you broke, fat, forgotten, and filled with regret when it's too late to change. So the next time your mind whispers, "Rest, you deserve it," you need to snap back. Deserve what? I haven't earned anything yet. That's the level of raw honesty you need with yourself. Stop giving yourself rewards for unfinished battles. Stop celebrating halfway climbs when the mountain is still ahead. Ask yourself this, and don't run from the answer. If my life ended tomorrow, would I be proud of how I spent today? Think. Sit with it. Most won't. Most will skip the question, scroll, distract, avoid. Don't. Because your answer will burn you awake. And here's the darker truth. The world doesn't stop for your excuses. Your competition is still grinding while you sleep in. Someone else is building the business you dream of. Someone else is training harder, learning faster, pushing further. Do you know what that means? If you waste this day, you don't just stay the same. You fall behind. In this game, staying still is the same as losing ground. There's a reason people end up bitter at 40, 50, 60. They don't hate the world, they hate themselves. They look in the mirror and see the person who betrayed them every single day. Not society, not their boss, not their family. Themselves. That's the heaviest regret a human can carry. Knowing you had a shot and you wasted it. Do you want to carry that weight? Or do you want to carry the weight of discipline today and walk free tomorrow? Because either way, you'll carry a weight. One is temporary pain. The other is lifelong suffering. Pick your pain. No more waiting. Only action. Excuses die today. Comfort is the enemy. Work now, shine later. No excuses. Only results. Regret is the debt you pay for excuses. Now here's the challenge, brother. Don't just nod your head at these words. Don't just feel inspired for 5 minutes and go back to your old patterns. Action is the only proof of commitment. Do something today that scares you. Do something today that makes you sweat, that tests you, that hurts. Push your body. Push your mind. Push your limits. Don't stop at the first wall. Climb it. Don't stop at the first failure. Learn from it. Because each time you push through, you weaken the grip of excuses. Tomorrow, your brain will try again. It will whisper, "You've done enough." But you'll remember this. You're not here to do enough. You're here to do more than anyone thought you could. You're here to outwork your excuses, outlast your fears, and outgrow the version of you that kept playing small. So let's make it simple. When you wake up tomorrow, don't negotiate with yourself. Don't think. Just move. Cold shower. Workout. Grind. The more you think, the more you hesitate. The more you hesitate, the stronger excuses become. Kill them before they speak. What excuse has been holding me back the most? How many years have I already lost to that excuse? If I cut that excuse today, how different would my life look in 12 months? Write your answers. Face them. Don't hide from them. Because one day, you will face the ultimate reflection. The day you look back at your life. And on that day, excuses won't protect you. Only your actions will. Remember this. Hard work is the most honest mirror in the world. It never lies. You either put it in, or you didn't. You either paid the price, or you didn't. So tell me, brother, are you ready to stop lying to yourself? Are you ready to outwork every excuse, silence every lazy thought, crush every whisper of weakness? Because if you are, nothing can stop you. If you're not, everything will stop you. It's your choice. Patience is the weapon that breaks mountains. Persistence is the engine that builds empires. Together, they make you unstoppable.